Hello, hello, hello. How we doing? The final Endwalker stream, stream weekend. Probably tomorrow too. 2 days. How we doing, Emo? How we doing, Volker? How we doing, Lazy? How we doing, Remove? Remove? You're not usually here. I'd market open? Never been done before. How we all doing today on this Saturday morning? And yeah, I was reading the chat. If any of you are interested in Rainbow Pony or Unicorn, you know, you're gonna have to sub to 3 people or 1 person for 3 times. Throw $2 my way. I'll appreciate it. It's been done the month ago. I know. It's been a long time. I'm still so partial to this version of this outfit, but I just hate having things on my head for cutscenes. It looks so good. Also, the lighting in here is tragic. Do you think you would start an hour earlier tomorrow? No. Why would I choose to start an hour earlier? When have I ever started an hour earlier? When was the last time something like that happened, huh? No spoilers, but that's a Dawn Trail cutscene? Or Dawn Trail outfit? Yeah. Wait, no it's not. What? This one? This is actually, if you go through the collection, right? This is a $5,000 Eden dress. This is a $1,700 Endwalker hat. Please, if you're gonna come for the outfit, you know, at least know the values. I think it fits for early Dawn Trail. Yeah, I was looking at the Endwalker relic stuff, like the job armor rather. And there's a lot of good stuff in there, but I couldn't finagle anything together in the like 10 minutes before stream. I thought Dawn Trail was all bikinis. I heard it's like I heard it's very it's America, right? It's got like beach themes, you know, Western, right? Not you, this is the wrong one. Anyway. Let me get to the normal music. What is this? What is this? What is this font technology? I don't even know what to call this, and then they're using alpha for the A? That's crazy. Wamimi. You think you're gonna get to the dungeon trial today? You make it sound like I know when that is. You know, I don't look at the MSQ list, right? I rely on outsourcing that information to you guys. I don't know if the dungeon is at the end. Like maybe like the structure is like the first 10 MSQs are just walking around, hanging out, and then the last one's like, yeah, we're going into the dungeon. And then after the dungeon, we kill Medion, and then we all go home, and we do big parades everywhere. You're actually needed in all the major city-states, and they have to do a different cutscene each time. Either that or we fail and the world explodes, and that's the start of Dawn Trail, right? Where it's like, oh, sorry, the old world is gone. I just thought because it's the end of main story, it'd be a longer stream. Well, we've done 5-hour streams before. I just don't push it earlier. I just push it later. For me, it's like I like changing the end time because it's more modular, you know. Because like, what happens if I start early and we actually cruise through it, you know, and we're done at like 3 o'clock, and we're like, well, what do we do now? Does the main story ever truly end, though? At some point, they're gonna stop developing for this game. I know that's like a scary thought. But like, there will come a day when like they'll announce Final Fantasy 18, the next MMO experience, and you know, 20 years later, and I don't know. Does 11 still get main story updates? No, right? Do they? Do they get like true main story updates? I have no idea. We talked about it, I can't teleport here. How do I get back here? Labyrinthos. Okay. They can't? The tech to make decent MMOs has been lost? No way. Say it ain't so. They just get DLC in rotation. Oh, okay, well that's kind of lame, but that's what I'm saying though. So they're not even getting anything new. I'm just saying, you know, someday you guys will have to come to the terms with the fact. I'm lurking, by the way. There's a barbecue in the yard, and I've been told to sit. That's fair. I like barbecues. Honestly, shout out to even lurking during a barbecue. You know, I'd be eating food, stuff in my face. God, even now they're playing this song. Is there any like word on the horizon if there's gonna be a 14 like after? Like what's gonna happen after 14? Like will they ever make a new MMO? Like at some point the tech is just a little too, you know, antiquated. Like, I'm not saying, like, next year. I'm saying, like, years from now. But, Fortuno, can I get on the ship, please? Oh, it's you. Alright, let's look around. Ostracon, Henna, Estracon, Deca Octo, Extracon, Deca Hexy. Okay. I don't know what Henna is, to be honest with you. That doesn't sound like a real thing. I remember when I first arrived here, I'm like, wait, so there's no, like, anima, or aether, rather. There's no aether. How are they going to find a way to put monsters in my way to slow me down? And yet they still find a way. Life always finds a way. Would you say it's all Greek to you? No, because I can understand most of it. Deca is like 10, Octo's 8. Deca's 10, Hexy's 6, I think. That sounds right. But what is Henna? Not a real number. Last time they made a live service was Babylon's Fall, I think. Was that a was Babylon's Fall a Squeenix thing? I didn't know that. Plus, like, hey, you know what? Babylon's Fall, that's a tough one to go out on because, like, you know, let's be real here. They ride on the Final Fantasy name, right? So, like, you're kind of losing if you don't name your MMO or live service or whatever you're doing Final Fantasy something. Doesn't even have to be numbered, you know? It can be Final Fantasy New World, you know? Just have the name in there. And that way, if you do the name, and here's the thing, if you do the name Final Fantasy whatever, you can have Sid, you can have all the cool cats with you. You know, you can use chocobos. Like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just reuse the assets. Ruins, but of what, I wonder? Perhaps we can find something to help us understand the nature of this place. A relic, an inscription, anything. This is too dark. Can't see anything. They need, like... The metallic pillar has been partially melted, likely something in the distant past. The damage does not appear to be inflicted deliberately. Rather, it calls to mind indiscriminate destruction, often wrought in the heat of battle. What you got for me, Graha? Look here, this part is relatively intact. The intricate design on top of it suggests it's man-made, though its builders were not certainly men as we conceive of them. Having said that, I swear I've seen this pattern before. Watch me lure this one out. Oh my goodness. I just wanted to show off my lore prowess. What are we doing? So armor sets for 14 were dumped straight into the game. I want a gender-bent Final Fantasy universe so that Sid is a woman and Kryle's a man. I mean, that would be kind of funny for like 5 minutes, I think. It's one of those things that like catches your eye in like the trailer, you know? It's like, wait, is that Sid? What could you possibly tell me, Estinian, from your high-perched viewpoint? What do you understand about celestial bodies, Estinian? Let me know. I thought this hill might afford a better view for our surroundings, but poor decision in hindsight. Besides, the light from the ship, it's all is surrounded in darkness. If Thancred is here, I'd never know it. From what I can tell, we are near the edge of an island, if you can call it that, surrounded by floating debris. You literally didn't give me any good information. I told you. I want to look at the flowers. He was there for Aura. Sure, Estinian. Look, you don't need to be an apologist for Estinian. I respect the Aura farming he does religiously. I just think, you know, maybe balance it out a little bit. Maybe try to make an intelligent, you know, point once in your life and then go back to Aura farming. Were you able to find anything? As I feared, no trace of Thancred. Nothing but emptiness as far as the eye can see, which unfortunately isn't very far. I can't help but suspect that someone or something is here. There are times when I sense it drawing close. The chill washes over me, leaving me exhausted. You didn't see the dragons? I've already killed 2 of them. Leaving me with feelings of death and anguish. Oh, look, he's right there! Why is Murny... Okay, I was gonna say, why is Murny looking around like I didn't just kill 2 of these things? I think I might have seen something over there, too. Oh, no, wait, can they not see it? Do they not have the power of dynamis in their veins? Oh, this is her vision, that she's not gonna see it. Oh, no. Oh, no, she's gonna see it. Okay, so she does. You can't see it, I see. You don't have the power of empathy, the power of dynamis. You're also aether-minded. It's crazy. Before we jump to any conclusions, perhaps we should search elsewhere. We've only found more questions. We're in desperate need of answers. There's a fair stretch of terrain from the ship's port side we've yet to explore. Let's try searching there, then. What happens if Thancred was just wandering around and he got bopped by a dragon he can't even see? Murny, a word before we join the others. How would that work? If you get ingested, if you get eaten by a dragon that no one can see, do they just see your mangled corpse? Like, how does that work? I'm running away before we join the others. Well, don't walk off. Can they see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch? What's your guys' favorite cereal? I'm a Lucky Charms guy. Here's my hot take with cereal. I like cereals that are kind of non-homogeneous, right? Like I want there to be like pieces that are not as tasty, right? Like Lucky Charms where they have like the standard pieces, but then they got the marshmallows. I think that's like a much more fun eating experience, right? Because every bite's just a little bit different. Like Frosted Flakes, every bite of Frosted Flakes is Frosted Flakes, you know? I actually knew someone who would mix Lucky Charms and Frosted Flakes in the same bowl. It's kind of barbaric, but it worked, so I have no problem with it. Captain Crunch, oops, all berries. Hot take, I love corn pops. Yeah, I'm definitely Lucky Charms is #1 for me. I kind of like Fruit Loops for a similar reason because they're very strong tasting, each different flavor. So, but Lucky Charms is #1 for me. You see them too, don't you? The dragons. Of course he can see the dragons. As I thought, their presence is tenuous at best, but there's no mistaking it. He can just sense his own, like, his dragon sense, his dragon hatred. Ingrained through 500 years of dragon hatred. It's showing. I don't even know if he can see them. He probably just feels the presence. He's like, you can see him too. No doubt your bond with Midgard Summer and mine with Nidhogg is what allows us to perceive them. Could these apparitions be related to the dragons that now live on Aetheris? Better to leave such conjecture to the others. In any case, we must be careful. Soon, we may soon find dragons that they can see as well. Death and anguish. I wonder what happened to them. I wonder. My mom gave me a hard limit on cereal prices, so I tend to value consistency. Well, consistency on an average, the average value of a Frosted Flakes is about the same as a Lucky Charms. I'm just saying, there's ups and downs. Frosted Flakes, Cocoa Pebbles. Well, we're already done with one MSQ, and you guys think we're going to need 10 hours of stream time for this. How much are left? There's like 14 MSQ left. We'll be fine. That was a 6-minute split on the first MSQ, guys. Cutscenes everywhere. Well,
Here.
Don't worry. Anytime they don't voice them, I'll read them at breakneck pace.
What you see is a memory of a world that once was. A world suffering a slow death, whose denizens cried out for the release of oblivion.
So she's created her own little museum, I see. I guess when you're busy for like hundreds of years.
Their world is dead?
Don't fall for the propaganda. Hope, Alfino, hope. I guess when, like, you've been away for, like, thousands of years, fomenting power, maybe, you gotta have your little hobbies.
It is. Not a single life remains upon that husk floating in the vast emptiness. These creatures are shadow in shade, perpetuated only to suffuse dynamis with their unending lamentations.
Our friend Thancred. Where is he?
A strange question. He is at your side, is he not? Oh yes. He is here and there, and everywhere within this space. He would tell you himself if he had form to form words.
Oh no, he's turned into water vapor.
Huh. Such loathing and uncertainty. You don't know why you still exist. In like manner to the oblivion I send. I tried to drown out your ether with dynamis. Beginning with this Thancred, who came at me despite being unable to breathe. Such a simple thing, unmaking men. In the blinking of an eye, he was gone. Didn't even have the chance to be transformed.
Dang, killed him off screen? Thancred, no.
Yet somehow, he managed to leave a slither of himself behind. What you call the heart? Or perhaps the soul? In his final moment, he cried out from it. A single word. Survive. That wish proved stronger than the despair that ruled here. It overpowered it, causing this space to be remade.
That's all it takes? Just a little, just a little bit of hope, and we can like remake the space. Maybe this dynamite stuff isn't that powerful.
Into a place you can perceive, and where life can endure.
Objectives. I was thinking the same. I was like, it kind of looks similar, like it's that outer space vibe, you know. Kind of reminds me of that.
That you draw breath is proof that his soul lives on. For how long, however, remains to be seen.
Well,
There he goes, Estinian.
we should hurry and tend to business.
I don't know why he thought that was gonna work.
It's futile. You will never reach the true me. I told you, emotions dictate reality in this space. Such changes as you might work will not alter its nature. You may see, but you cannot touch. Walk, but not advance.
God, she's talking in riddles now.
Meteion holds too much sway here. How do we contend with a foe who can unmake us on a whim?
I do not know. But Thancred gave his life that we might come this far. We must press on.
We're kind of getting over the whole like Thancred might be dead thing pretty quick. Not gonna lie.
Agreed. We cannot turn tail here. Not without something to show for our comrade's sacrifice.
Give me the money. Well, the world is ending. We need to press on. Yeah, but like, you know, we isn't it like a bad thing if we let like despair get to us? Or maybe that's maybe that's the secret. Maybe we can't let like this stuff appear emotionally. We just keep moving. That's how we keep ourselves alive. Soul without a body, a form of being which we are not wholly unfamiliar. Indeed, we existed in a similar state when residing in the first. The circumstances are rather more dire than that, 'tis true, but I choose to believe he is not forever lost to us. Regardless, in sacrifice he hath afforded us a chance to prevail. Let us not squander it, and ascertain the nature of this realm so that we might confront and defeat Meteion. Estinian, Murney, would you accompany me in speaking with these dragons? Perhaps they can enlighten us. I would ask the rest of you to survey the surrounds. If there's a path that may lead us to our quarry, we must find it. Very well, we can reconvene here when everyone's finished. Meteion said these dragons are shadow and shade from a world whose denizens sought oblivion. As such, they're not like to be amenable to company, let alone conversation. So please, be careful. Let us split up and gather what knowledge we may. Isn't he like our only tank? Who's gonna hold the front line now in the 8-man raid? In the 8-man trial? I guess, what's his name can, right? Grahatia, when he pulls out the sword and shield. Rare paladin Graha. A visitor, not of this star, could thy slender hands bring plague to our world, thy breath extinguish life's feeble flame, oh, how we would adore thee, alas. With time our flesh shall wither, our soul fade, and so we wait its inexorable march unto oblivion. If thou art not come to hasten our demise, I bid thee leave. We crave not companionship, only silence. Oh, snap. Ew, is this like oil? Is that reflections of the thing, or is this like some sort of oil slick? If you do Mother Crystal with duty support, Graha is the flex tank DPS. Well, isn't that... Well, okay. Think about it this way, though. This isn't alliance raids, you know? If he's our only tank, we don't got enough tanks. Who's the flex tank now? Who's the next man up? Come on. Beyond that distant veil, paradise lost, so glorious, so beautiful. You're a proud and noble race, strength embodied. We knew only love before they came. Metal monstrosities of black and silver. No bonds of blood did they share, nor conviction did they have to guide them. A crushing defeat. Never had we known such shame. Stilled now as the winds, though none could fill these wings burdened by ignominy. We fly no more, only sink into oblivion. Doing up here. Would thou'st bid me speak? Folly. I observe the lessons of stone. I shall not fly, nor speak, nor roar. Only watch and wait, and end. But one sight still stirreth my blood, tempteth me to raise my voice in lamentation. Aham Nol, the cradle of unsung dragons. No words, no songs are possessed of the weight to describe such tragedy. Go if thy will, I shall remain. Where is this? Oh. This is a sanctuary? Does this count as a sanctuary? I don't think so. Oh, it is. Cool. Does Summoner still have a chicken nugget tank? I know nothing about Summoner as a job, so I'm not even gonna entertain that. I know they summon Bahamut every so often. That's the extent of my understanding. And I know they're kind of boring. That's the other part of it that I know. Whoa! All right, I need all soldiers on. I need all soldiers on deck. Come on. It's time to ruin some hunts in the future. You guys want to see Lamentations? Wait till the hunt train comes to Ultima Thule and finds one of their A ranks dead. They led you here as well, did they? It was described to me as the source of their woes and proof of their end. I'm beginning to see why. It's a hatching ground, or was. I've seen similar on Aetheris. Midgard Summoner and Muskine must have once lived and thrived in a place such as this. Vitra said his father was driven from their ancestral home by war and strife. This, then, is the fate of those who remained. Let us look around. Maybe these eggs have more to tell of what happened. Let's do an autopsy. Looks like it's crushed from the top. maybe immense pressure, causing the pressure vessel to burst on sides. Doesn't look like someone stomped on it. You know what I'm trying to say? Uh-oh. My chat plugin's doing the thing where it repeats people's comments. This happened like a long time ago, but it's only happened once since... and now it's happening again. Weird. I literally cannot launch the game right now. And gingerly lifting a large egg from its viscous mire, you peer inside and see a formless mass soaking in a pool of embryonic fluid. Your stomach turns as you return the egg to its resting place. Inside of the shattered egg, you find remains of an unborn dragon. The body is already beginning to decompose. The gelatinous, half-dried membrane covering the corpse suggests it failed to emerge. The murky liquid is pooled inside this eggshell. The noxious photor is indicative of contamination. The egg appears to have broken from the inside out, perhaps with the dragonet within succeeding in hatching. What's this? I thought all the eggs had been ruined. The dragonet was indeed hatched. There's no sign of it here, or its sire for that matter. We should look for them. Start with the clip-toffs, and I'll search the plains. How am I supposed to search the clip-toffs? I can't fly yet, Estinian. The offer's still available, by the way. Arch Eta is worth a nice 40 nuts for aspiring huntsman. It's gonna go even crazier when you find the second one right over the horizon. Like this. That's convenient. Anyone want to do 2 hunts? The market rate going rate is 2 hunts right now. Not just one. 80. 80 nuts. Literally like not even a few steps apart from each other. That's crazy. I need to go down? Oh. I can get on, but I think we need more. Yeah, I can give it a little bit. Give it a little bit. I don't have to kill the baby dragon. Yeah, I don't know why I'm killing like this malformed half-born dragon. I feel like this is the wrong thing to do. It goes against my conscience, but you know, whatever the MSQ dictates is what we do around here. I'm sorry, buddy. What do you have to say for that one? Is that an S rank? I think it's an A, but I'm not sure. I honestly don't know what an S rank even looks like, so I can't tell you. The boistering howling hath quieted it by thy hand, I presume. Everything all right? I thought I heard a dragon or something resembling one. I see. What's happened here? Was that your child? Perhaps some eggs within all are indeed mine. If life within one did quicken, the beast hath slain may be of my blood, yet I do not recognize it, twisted and malformed as it is. Not a dragon in truth, but a reminder of our failure, a testament to our shame. Explain. Explain yourself, dragon. If one is a dragon and the other is a dog, they're both A-ranked. Is it like a metallic dog? Like a metal dog? Yeah, that's the other one. They descended from the heavens, cold, heartless machines, and with them rode war and death. With fire and fury, rage and rancor, we gave answer. 'Twas a long and bloody battle, but only the beginning. Untold chaos and destruction swept over the star. In the end, the invaders were victorious. Yet, when they looked up onto their prize, they deemed it unfit for question of requisition. That we were abandoned to ruin. Hold on, I actually need to fix one thing really quick. You can't change... It's not possible to change a YouTube live stream, is there? Title? You cannot. No, wait, hold on. Oh, we're good, we're good. I found it. Alright, we're cool. We're cool, we're cool, we're cool. Everyone relax. I forgot the taglines. Alright, cool. The survivors sought to put away their shame to rebuild a feudal effort. In purest soil replete with aether did we once cultivate our nesting grounds, but our lands were barren and any eggs nurtured in such desolation were fated to rot. What few survivors to hatch emerge as abominations. We shall have no new progeny. But there are dragons amongst you capable of journeying to the other stars. There are. Many would make the attempt, each bearing a clutch of eggs. The richest stars were home to the harshest rulers, and the arrival of dragons incited contests for supremacy. When the fires faded, the wars lost and won, they were too reduced to ash and waste. 'Tis the curse of those who seek life to be drawn into conflict, to conquer, or to be conquered. A vicious cycle which we now choose to break. We tire of conflict, of everything. We wait now in sweet, merciful silence, free from strife and suffering, still as stone. Wait, you claim your kind is doomed, but there is another star. What's up with this, what's up with all the wingdings and I guess Greek alphabet letters? I guess this is like the Greek place, right? All the stuff are named after Greek stuff. That's, what's it called? That's what happened on Theris. That's why I couldn't name anything during the entire Elpis episode. I was just fumbling over words. The bereaved dragon has fallen silent, leaving Estinian to sigh with frustration. They only want to brood in silence, to be left alone with their grief until the time comes to an end. The soul road for senseless bloodshed as a pain I understand, and I wish I did not. What fools we were. But now isn't the time for such thoughts. The others will want to hear what we've learned. Come. Are there, speaking of like all the A ranks we've located, are there not like scouting people for this? I know, to bring a little like RuneScape thing back in, there's like scouting services for RuneScape for some of the raids. You can get like 5 million GP for like scouting these things for people. That's a lot. Like that is a lot. Now it takes a lot longer than finding A ranks, but like surely there's like a premium on this kind of stuff. Like, can I turn in a bounty and be like, hey, by the way, there's 2 A ranks on Famfrit right now, like 10 feet from each other? People scout, but they do it for free. Ah, I see. So what you're saying is I can exploit the market. There's Bismuth. Are we here to... Lulu, get in here. We got A ranks to kill. Oh, snap. Just like that. Alright, let's try this out. If anyone would like to join the A rank hunt, speak now or forever hold your peace. Granted, there's 3 of us, and I'll probably die a few times, so you know what? Don't expect any... You could probably start loading up the game now. It's gonna take a little bit. Let's see what this bad boy got. See my gay horse? Where are you? I saw someone with it on Wednesday when we did Eureka stuff. Speaking of which, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget that you too can sub to my channel and 2 other or 3 subs to my channel to get this exact horse. Think about it. This one. Do a little twirl, Lulu. Show them off. I'm promoting my own stream. Sick. Why is it so dark in here? I know, I can't see anything. Maybe if EU to NA travel ever happens. Maybe someday. I know that... Is that even on the horizon? Have they ever talked about that? If it's even possible for a 2012 structured video game to even, like, increase the server capacity, that type of stuff? Like, are they worried that, like, if you transfer NA data over to EU data, that you just, like, your character will be lost in the translation forever? Just forced to drift around endlessly? Alright, let's get in there. Lulu, you're the tank. Lulu! It was worth it as, even that sad tier 3 I gifted when half asleep. Oh yeah, you were the tier 3 gifter. I forgot. Thanks for that. Whoa! Whoa, buddy. Chill. That was rude. Oh! That was rude. Thanks for typing, Lulu. Thank you. Like I said, feel free to take your time getting in here if you are on your way. We won't. It's gonna take us a little bit to get through this. Ah! I didn't even attack. Where was my transcendence? Yeah, nice 4 Vuln stacks. You're lucky you're level 100. You'd be on the ground with me right now. Okay. Cool. Transcendence just fell off. Sad. I'm just gonna stick away from the quick spin that he uses, so we're gonna hang out over here. I haven't even learned any of his attacks because I've spent this entire time dead, so... Energy wave is what? The wide? No, that's the shoot. Okay. I got it unlocked now. Invite the random to the party? Sure. We'll get through it. This isn't as bad as the one that, the last one we did, which, like, kind of handled me. Ah! How come I survived that one? I'm used to that, doing my entire health bar. That one did my entire health bar. It was a different attack. Nice 8 Vuln stacks, Lulu. You remember when we did the, what's it called one? The Shadowbringers one, just you and me, and I think we got to, like, a pretty nasty Vuln stack. Just keep your distance from the guy. Don't stand in his face. Okay, here he comes. Now we leave as fast as possible. What is that range? What was that? I was so far away. I saw it coming. I sidestepped it. I had the read and everything. What I didn't read was the girth. It was just too much. Okay, again, just leave. I got places to be. I didn't have sprint. I didn't have sprint, guys. I should have just used my repelling shot. This is tough. It's tough out here. Thanks for the quick raise. Oh no, my tombstones are maxed. Follow me. Follow me for the other. Onward. Level 100 in tank privilege. Yeah, I don't know who programmed the numbers for this game, but like how come level 100? How come going from 93 to 100 gives you like, I don't know, 100,000 extra health? Where did that number come from? Like, surely, I didn't realize that Final Fantasy XIV had inflationary issues as well. Dive bomb? I'm not gonna stand next to you. I'm gonna be over here. Huh? Oh. That was like a Pokemon move, like fly. He just disappeared and came back. This kind of sucks. Surely we aren't killing an A-rank hunt, Mark, without the train? Oh no, I've been caught by a trainer! Oh, am I in his face? No, we're good. Look, Astral. It's a competitive economy out here, you know. You snooze, you lose. You snooze, you lose. Catch you in 4 hours, buddy. 4 to 6 hours, is it? Besides, I get to fight something during MSQ that's gonna kill me like 10 times. It's fun. This one doesn't seem to have as many spicy moves though, so I think we'll be all right. My best in slot tank has almost 300,000 HP without party buffs. It's like 312 if you have all 5 classes. I just don't understand why it's so like crazy. Okay, gotta get out of the way of that. This guy kind of sucks compared to the first one. Like, where's the moves, buddy? You're looking like a Fate boss right about now. Not sure, I just saw y'all struggling and decided to help out. Wow, what a nice person. I've accidentally pulled an extra idiot. This guy's really not. This guy ain't it. This guy ain't it. GG's. Thank you. Thanks for help. Goodbye, Bassett. I may as well dissolve the party, I think, right? Nuts for everybody. That should keep the, you know, the demand for fam fritters on low. No one's gonna swing by anymore, which is good. I can do my MSQ in peace. It is weird to think about, like, if I'm caught up by Evercold time, like, it's gonna be weird doing MSQ with other people walking around, because I'm used to this, like, solitary world, you know? Where I wander the streets of Ultima Thule, and all I have is my NPC friends and a handful of enemies to deal with. Were you able to establish any meaningful contact with the dragons? Need me to drive you around now that Volker's at the barbecue? I think I can fly the old-fashioned way. Do it the way that you guys did it when you went through originally. The real Endwalker experience, you know? I see, they wish to escape what they perceive to be a cycle of conflict. Thank you, Murney, Justinian. As for our part, I believe we're more acutely aware of our confines than before. We started by traversing the perimeter of the island to see if there might be a path leading off of it. Sadly, there was nothing to be found. There's no small amount of debris floating about. Could there be enough to serve as a bridge to lead us elsewhere? I considered that, so I tried throwing a stone onto a potential platform to judge its integrity, but it never reached its mark. As it crossed an invisible threshold just beyond the boundary of this island, it vanished only to reappear above me and followed my fleet. I would not be too quick to presume that what we see outside this space is as it appears. Which is why I returned to the Ragnarok and asked the Loporits to search for a potential path. I hate that my country got region locked. What do you mean? Aren't we all region locked? I've never played with a European person in my life. Oh, actually, probably in Materia, at least once or twice. However, the ship's instruments failed to provide any conclusive data on the surrounding areas. Until we know more, I think it too risky to attempt flying to another island. What Meteon told us before is that emotion dictates reality here. That might be the key. I'm not entirely sure what emotion might manifest a bridge to lead us to safety, though. Hope! It's hope! What you're saying is we have no way forward. At present, aye. If it's indeed emotion that governs this island, perhaps it's not Meteons, but the dragons that hold us here. To find a way to cheer up the dragons. They tire of conflict, and they've chosen a path of oblivion to escape it. Or rather, they've chosen no path at all, meaning there's no way for the dragons or anyone else on this island to advance. A sound theory, disheartening though as it may be. If that is the case, what recourse do we have? They are not like to be persuaded to help us. Their reasoning is built into a historical turmoil of strife. Without irrefutable proof, the future is not as bleak as they believe it to be. Mayhaps persuasion is not the answer. We should force them to be happy. Clearly. Meteon meant to make us then and there on Ragnarok, and she would have succeeded if not for Thanker's determination. She conceded it was strong enough to overpower the despair that otherwise rules Ultima Thule, and reshape it to a degree. Perhaps it can be done again in a like manner by overpowering the prevailing emotions. 'Twas Ultima Thule's architect, Meteon himself, against whom Thancred did pit himself in a clash of wills. Though I marked no leader among them as such, I did chance to encounter a dragon possessed of despair far more potent than most, potent enough mayhaps to dictate the course for others, and thus their domain to follow. He spoke but few words, was carefully chosen, their tone and timbre, timbre? Is that timbre? Alone threatened to rend my heart in twain, challenging his desire to remain and allow us to alter the island upon which we stand. How you doing, Shroomer? Alas, I fear my vaunted rhetoric availed me not against his calcifying heart, but mayhaps one of you will fare better. Then I shall guide thee. Al En, they call him, the dragon tongue. Thou wilt find him nearby, eyes fixed upon the water. What do we have to lose? Let's get going. I think Alice is probably the best at this, right? I think she's the most whimsical of the little group we got going on. She could convince them. Justinian finally found a place where the dragons want to die, and then he's like, he's like, I wish they all died. I wish they all wish they died, and yet here we are saving them. Even though he's kind of cool with dragons now, but you know, lingering trauma probably. I say is the best. Someone clip it. Never hear that from my lips, unfortunately. Did Ali say get me 500 new glams at 2 MSQ ago? Did she open up a whole shop to give me new outfits? I don't think so. I really don't.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
No way he pulls this off. Not with the deep organ playing.
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Oh, come on. He's not going to speak in the king's English. Our pride is crushed, our souls corrupted, the winds are stilled, and the heavens offer no comfort. There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives a curse as we await the end. Still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin. On another star? And yet upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whither we fly, ever a sanguine ocean awaits us, ever will retribution's wheel turn. And so, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I will break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive.
BGM up? I can barely hear Estinian talk. What do you mean BGM up? He's like whispering to himself.
Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict.
Osha with the sub? Thank you, Osha.
No. You must be willing to confront it. To stare into the face of your foe and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy.
I can't believe his eyes.
A dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity.
Oh snap, hold on. Osha with the triple gift, probably to just using me in my stream to get a free to get a free rainbow mount. I'll take it anyway, Osha. Thank you very much. Okay, fine. You know what? I like this song, so I will BGM up a little bit. How about that? I'll give you what you desire.
And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Estinian!
Stay back.
He's just a bird. He'll be fine. He's fought dragons. Even in the face of, you know, all this stuff, he's just gonna stand there like a menace. Look at him. He probably realizes how cool he looks from the back, from where we're standing.
I see. Theirs is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Oh no, are we gonna have to sacrifice someone every single island we jump? Alright, who's next? Non-essential workers to the front.
Not Estinian too.
There's a wind.
He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself.
Dang,
to
we are gonna have to like
Thancred did.
we're literally gonna have to kill everybody. We're gonna have to kill this guy, Alfino. I'm sorry.
Oh, Alphino.
Come. Let us follow.
Oh, look at the cry texture,
It
huge.
will not lead us astray.
Endwalker tech.
He would not.
Who is giving these? Shio has given a gift sub to Xenos, to Estinian. Who's your third gonna be, huh? I know you need a third. I know you're looking for names on Twitch TV right now to gift that third sub to. BGM 35. We gotta meet halfway. Meet halfway. I will judge you based off who you end up grabbing, who you end up subbing, Shio, for the last one. It's gonna be crazy when there's like 7 islands we gotta hop to and we gotta sacrifice all of our friends to make it to the end. Be a crazy plot convergence, you know what I mean? Who will be the last friend? Who's the last one you're taking with you? Look there, the wind. This is Estinian's doing, I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Alright, Estinian, don't do me dirty now. Powerful gale has delivered you to another island. The other sound should arrive before long. Myself to spare Stola? That's fair. But then how she's not going to defeat Medion on her own, Osha? Let's be real here. Like, there's only one person in this party who can do it. Oh no, my thing's doing the thing where it still repeats the YouTube comments for some reason. Lozu, are you spamming in my chat? No, I gotta ban you. You're gonna defend yourself? Like, no, the thing did it itself. And it's gonna, what's it called? Oh my goodness, more subs. What we got? Who's the subber today? Emo with the 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you, Emo. I thought you already had your thing. Is this out of the goodwill of your heart, Emo? I respect it. My #1 crafter gatherer player NA, at least in my books. He did it. He found us a way forward. I'll gift it credits. Ah, that's so far though. Do I have to do? Is it have to be credits today? That might be a long stream. Oh snap! They're playing my favorite songs. They're playing all the hits. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war. Yet Estinian knew them better than most. He was a man of honor and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end. Can we not give him a eulogy right now? We're trying to bring him back, Alfino. Come on. Be hopeful. And he's still fighting Alfino, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we survive here. We can still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit, they're unwilling to give in to despair. We mustn't either. Alice is right. We must press on for their sake. I don't want to stop the music, though. Oh, snap. It's still going. We're good. Oh, no, it's not. This is the generic theme again. Alright, what is this? This isn't even right. You're not even using the symbol properly. As Istola and Alice said, we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings. Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. It would be prudent to learn some more of it then. Tread carefully lest we lose our footing in the sand. Oh god, I'm telling you, there's more islands to jump. We're gonna lose more soldiers. Who's next? Anyone have the Kalshi odds up? Whoa, look at this. The sand is like frozen in time. Is this dangerous? Should I? Am I? I kind of want to walk out there like Indiana Jones, but I feel like I'm gonna plummet. Oh, the game wouldn't let you. Never mind. We're good. Ew, prediction markets? Well, you know, channel points are fun. The thing is, I can't even do a real channel points thing, because you all know who's going next. Orion is going to be like, my time hath come, my friends. Actually, you know what? I think Graha. Graha has a streak of sacrificing himself, right? Graha would probably do it. He'd like lament, you know, the 2 expansions he's been a part of, even though like he's the newest member outside of Estinian. Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, it would appear like an ordinary stone. A curious script hath been etched upon them. Alas, it is not the language with which I am familiar. Not that I recognize it either. Nor I. The dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely, so we may assume this is the work of another race, one we have yet to encounter. Meteon claimed the dragon's world, suffered a slow death, seeking the release of oblivion. What life we find here, like as not, doth wend its way towards a similar end. You weren't paying attention to the nerd fest going on over there, I say? What do you suppose is over there? I'm not sure, but it's hard to make out at this distance. But its surface seems to bear the same crystal as this monument. Do you see the spooky, scary skeleton right there? He's like 8 pixels tall. Meaning there's a chance we might find whoever built them. We should go and have a look. Come on. Other one. Oh, I like these guys. These are good. Cool. Oh. The locals. What do you got to say for yourself, little buddy? Hail, travelers. This is a most unexpected occurrence. Hello there. Is this your home? Indeed it is. Forgive me, I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when meeting first with those whom one is unacquainted. Literally just did that to... He just did that to Auraform. There was no reason to do that, buddy. When the vibration of vocal cords was required to convey our thoughts and intention, EA, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Though it is not entirely applicable given our present state, you are welcome to use this appellation. As for our nomenclature to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Kofkudug. Kofkudg. Yes, Kofkudu. Kofkudu, we'll call him. Of the EA. Of the yeah. The Kofkudu of the yeah. We've encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I presume we are making this conversation via the medium of ether, or dynamis, as the space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then. Well, then for, that as well, for there's something I wish to ask of you. Like yourselves, we, are aether-based life forms. Therefore, it may be surmised that your bodies are comparable biological compositions to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding your subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, touch, smell, taste. In total, I've prepared 198,712,180,827. That's rather a lot, isn't it? My apologies, I've omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh, and we've endeavored to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost due to the passage of time. All of you trying to coach me how to say, yeah. I know how to say it. Take, for example, the nervous system. It is well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference for sensations once experienced by people. We may compromise our ability to interact with our physical environment. And the reason you needed to regain corporeal forms? Why, to bring an end to our existence, of course. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators. But such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience only found with bodies of flesh. He's right. He might be a little lost, but he's completely correct. We should very much like to hear your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our abilities. Such an exchange of information would indeed prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home, the abode of the... where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. I presume you consent to answer questions is indicative of a tacit approval of our plans, in which case your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I must caution you, however, be mindful of the wandering the desert. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me. This is going rather smoothly, not that I'm complaining. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. I fail to see why civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we'll find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. I'm a little worried for you, Ishtola. You're talking a lot right now for someone in disappear into the ether distance. You know what I'm saying, Ishtola? I think these characters get it. Like, the less you talk, the less chance you have of disappearing as the next sacrifice. You gotta play it quiet, right? What the heck is that? It's like 100 PNGs. Don't make eye contact or they'll get you next. I know. Look at the ground, you know. It's like you're trying to avoid the awkward conversations. You know, look at the ground, shuffle around. Should have been looking for my Aether Compass stuff. Okay, there we go. Subsidize my time spent looking for it later on. Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers, you will find, remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline structures hanging from the stone structures there. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If, in our idleness, we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage you still. But while the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. You only need to cast your thoughts towards one of the crystalline domiciles to communicate. Teacher's about to call on someone to answer for a question. I was pretty bad at that. I'm not gonna lie. I say that I'm good at like avoiding it, but I don't know. Maybe I was too focused on shifting my eyes away. Maybe you're supposed to look like confused, you know? You think the teacher would purposefully call on someone that they know looks confused to answer a question? Like maybe they want to punish the people that don't look like they're paying attention, which is why I got called a lot. Because I would be like, you know, like, oh. I don't know. What did the Union do in 1864 to stop the thing, you know? Like if I stare at the teacher like you think they'll call on me? Crystalline domicile. You cast your thoughts toward the crystalline domicile, but there's no response. Oh, thank you, Cool Canoe or whatever your name was. Choo Choo. You wish to speak? Very well, pray a moment if you would. That's it? I can't wait for him to come back out? Imagine if someone knocked on your door and like, can we talk to you? And they're like, oh yeah, 1 second, let me like get my pizza out of the oven, and then you just walk away immediately. Like, can't we be a little patient with these guys? They've been asleep for so long, or resting for so long. Why we seek our end, you ask? If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember. What form did I take when I last emerged? The strange moaning comes and goes, but soon fades into silence. That one I'm okay with abandoning. Gonna grab this though. And of course, northwest. What the heck? This is a pool. Can I go down? No. Turn them all into materia. That is the Final Fantasy way out, isn't it? Alright, Kof Kadoog, what you got for me? Did your inquiries yield satisfactory responses? I see. If they fail to answer, then it is likely because their minds have unraveled due to prolonged idleness. They are not but concentrated ether now. Worry not, there are no others who need of these lodgings, and they will not provide a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer your request for an audience, yes? I imagine they will not be with us ere long. You guys said there's, what, 12 MSQ between now and the end? We've done 4. We're making great time, guys. We're making great time. And we still have a dungeon and trial to get through. Which, if you're ready to join whenever that happens, start logging in. Send it, astral project yourself onto Famfrit. I don't know how long it might be a little bit. I'm not sure. Someone will have to verify. I had no luck, but everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few of the have awakened. Ah, there they are. May I introduce you to La Locked, Du Dik, and Nenid. It has been too long, Kof Code. I dare say Sadr 4 has since completed orbit. Indeed, until the travelers brought into my attention, I hadn't noticed how unraveled some had become. Travelers, of course, of course. The ones you wish to know why the ones who wish to know why we were to seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is plain to see as neighboring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for scientific objectivity. Thus did I bid them awaken to you. Am I the only one to struggle? Oh, Graha, you can't say that, Graha. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who's speaking? What, you think they all look the same? Come on, Graha. You're better than that. Nay, thou art not, in the absence of corporeal forms and the divergence they afford. Mayhaps such similarity in voice is unavoidable. By the way, Kufkud, if you could already observe the requisite custom for the travelers, that which one is expected to do when receiving gifts, a matter of proper form. Yes, has it been so long, I've completely escaped my mind and still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. Neither do I. Pity, I was hoping. Perhaps you can search for the archives for the answers. Come now, Nini. The archives have been frozen lest we subject ourselves to further dolor. Surely you recall that much. Of course, food. The custom is to serve food. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether. By contributing to their replenishment, we communicate our friendly intention. That's right! We duly invite thee to join us in communal repast, after which we may re-engage in leisurely conversation. There's a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. If this is another table set cutscene, this is the 4th time they've done this in Endwalker. They really like their table set cutscenes. Excellent. If you would care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest of ether. Genuinely just can't help themselves. Someone in the Endwalker studio is like, yo, I just figured out how to get cutscenes where they were eating food. Check out this food spread, guys. This is the facility where we replenish our ether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionalists sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, I would if you take your place with your comrades. This place will be soon awash with the purest ether. Please absorb as much as you like. Well, this is like, we're not actually eating things. We're like basking. This is like red light therapy, but for ether. You brace yourself for a rush of sweet, sweet ether, but nothing seems to happen. Maybe you need to wait a little bit longer. You really wearing that at the end of the universe? You don't like it? I think it's stylish. I think it's a stylish outfit, Mad Dog. I know that you don't understand high fashion. You'd rather, you'd rather watch, like, I don't know. I don't even know what you like, Mad Dog. You don't show yourself because you're ashamed of the stuff that you've created. Unlike me, I'm not afraid to be on the runway, you know what I mean? Even if it invites people to make fun of the glam. It's a funny looking table. This is like, yeah. You ever eat off the floor in like certain cultures? You brace yourself again, but nothing seems to happen. Just as I had suspected, as meticulously as one might create in the A's home. This is Ultima Thule. One can not simply generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to this fact, to the very much truth of their existence. Much like the phantoms of the recreated Amarat. However appearances may seem, we must be mindful that this is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So, did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it. A deficiency in our forms, it would seem. Oh, how very unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? Food? Burgers? Through your mouths, you say? How very primitive and quaint. These people have clearly never had a... what's it called? A Five Guys burgers and fries. You know what I'm trying to say? Though we really cannot partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel you are welcome and most keenly. In the course of acquainting yourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we cannot fail but wonder, wherefore do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh and thence to vanish? Will you not favor us with an explanation? You flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we shall indulge you in the beginning when the yet possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believe we would eliminate sorrow and abide by true happiness. From tangible, such as land, as intangible, such as labor, there exists a myriad of hindrances to progress, but most confining of all was the flesh itself. Our natural lifespan was distressingly mid, you see. Too short to enjoy unhurried lives, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity of our bodies demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve this problem. After long years, we discovered how to become non-corporeal entities with everlasting lives, untroubled by the failures of flesh. Thus changed, and we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We wanted to make great strides in our quest to transcend all limitations until we finally decided to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. We could but achieve this. We believed that we would be free from uncertainty and anxiety. And did you find the answers you sought? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Knowledge of said truth is essential to the continuation of our conversation. If you learn more, we will share it with you. No, we mustn't, primitive as they are. It would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those have gone before, it is not our duty to warn them. What thinkest thou? Now the music's a little too loud. We have deliberated and come to a consensus. If you resolve to know, we will disclose the truth we discovered, the truth of the universes. Seek us at the stone pillars just outside the bonds of the abode, a place called Elegia. They have found the two fundamental truths of this world, guys. Death and taxes. You think they tax in this world? A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn and what has led to such an enlightened people to this indolent end. Another MSQ down? And we join the AR. There's one trifling matter I would fain investigate, Myrni. Grahatia, may I trouble you for your assistance? But of course. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode if you would think... kindly follow me. I know not mischief you are plotting, Urianger, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of us shall go ahead to Elegia. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. 5% tax on the market board. Oh my goodness, a sales tax in my Eorzea? If I was president of Eorzea, guys, I would get rid of the sales tax. We both stopped at the same time, so I can't. There we go. I can't not, you know. You have to establish some form of dominance over the other person, you know? Two people doing MSQ at the same time as me? What are the odds? It's a rarity these days. Oh, I wonder what they're going to tell me at the wellspring of regret. Hi, this place shall serve. Is that the spring that you wished to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, but there is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. As we established here in Ultima Thule, these denizens of the ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days, yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra that they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? Meteon has taken their hearts unto herself. Meteon made contact with them while they still lived. I couldn't begin to guess. Yeah, I mean, didn't they... Don't we know this as a fact? Like, didn't they say that, like... Didn't she, like, meet with a bunch of them? We learned this on El Piss. And then, like, she watched as they all perished. That would be that's my guess. Of course, she must have visited the stars of the dragons and the Ea before the either race perished in their entirety. Thus, she could make their emotions her own, and with them create a more faithful simulacrum than she had she relied on any historical account. So too did I realize and theorize upon that assumption. Consider how those two races may have met the demise. According to thine own tale, Meteon perceiveth the emotion of those nearby as her own, a heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as a enteleki. In the course of starfaring journey, she encountered beings who strongly desired cessation of their existence. She would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesses the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. 'Tis my supposition, overwhelmed by their longing for death, Meteon did unleash Dynamis and ushered the dragons and EA onto their doom. I'm sick and tired of of having to slow down every time I go over that. Of course, such is not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin, and in order to create a terminus, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourselves this. In a place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why do you tell us this now? There again, would I betray your trust? This pledge did I make unto my comrades. In bringing thee into my confidence, I will remain true to my word. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harbored for the crystal exile. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walking at thy side, fully knowing that we were bound for thy demise. It's sad that because Lise isn't here, we won't have the obligatory like Stormblood music, because we already hit the Heavensward one with Stinian, where we're hitting that piano riff from Actually, no, this is an Endwalker song, isn't it? No, this is the Endwalker one. I'm getting tripped up. I'm getting tripped up by the town themes. Oh wait. No, this is the Shadowbringers one. I'm dumb. I'm getting the piano riffs completely topsy-turvy. But back to my main point. We don't have Lise here. We don't have any Stormblood reps with us. I don't get to hear that classic impact rift. I ask thee now what thou hast returnest the favor, and abide in faith as I fulfill mine own destiny. This is Endwalker? No, this is Endwalker! Oh my goodness, you're right. Oh my goodness. I'm literally like getting flipped out around here. My brain. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? 'Tis indelicate of me, I know well. I can but beg of thy forgiveness. Yet, even if I must needs go down to such lengths, I cannot feign ignorance of the answer I found within. The answer to the question, in what moment might I stand strongest? After all we've been through, I'll only say this. Do what you must, and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend, I shall. Without further ado, then, let us go join our comrades. I think okay, now we're doing an arms race of who's gonna have the most I'm gonna perish next flags, I think. Let's be off to Elegia. To be fair, we still have Xenos waiting to fight us. That's a Stormblood rep. Actually, I see the lines. Look at this guy. He's like one step behind me. I see the line, okay? Watch this. 100 IQ prediction, guys. We're gonna lose every person as we jump around. It's just gonna be us, right? We're gonna be like, Meteon, but there's gonna be one more island left. We need one more soul. And then out of nowhere, with the steel chair, comes Xenos flying off the turnbuckle. But he's gonna be like... He's gonna do like the honorable thing where he's like, I will do it, but only if we duel this one last time. Cue the solo duty, cue the cinema, and then we go fight Meteon. I think that's the beautiful end that we're all waiting for. I will do the entire, if that happens, I'll do the entire thing with my hands up like this, cinema. I will play with my feet on my keyboard so I can maintain absolute cinema the whole time. All the non-Elzens are gonna rip first. I've seen the horror movies before. Play with your elbows, but my elbows have to be like 90 degrees. That's like the whole picture, right? That's how the picture works. Seems everyone is accounted for. Shall we then? It's another MSQ, by the way.
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well.
That is not what I thought they'd sound like.
Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not.
Dang, he just called us dum-dums.
We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
That's like the classic thing. Like, would you rather know how you die or when you die? And I feel like at this point we can all agree it's definitely when you die, right? Like, can we all? This is like an IQ check for my chat. Do we all agree that it's I'd rather know when I die instead of how you die?
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand.
I'd rather not know either. The hypothetical is you got to know one of them, you know?
Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated.
Taking swings at the group's collective IQ. Yeah, but I proved myself right. I have a collective of smart individuals. Look at all of you agreeing with me. That's how I know I've cultivated a strong community with intelligence and scientific inquiry at its base. Having this phenomenon may be typical of the universe. Okay.
Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter onto an eternal ice age. In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter.
Isn't this like the opposite of the heat death of the universe? Or is that the same thing? I actually don't know how the heat death of the universe actually works, to be honest with you. How is it raining right now? What? It's like sunny. This is just Florida weather, guys, I swear. If I had to choose, I'd pick Hal Lulu. Why? I'd pick Hal. At least it's more random than feeling like having a timer. But, like, then you gotta... The IQ of my chat's dropping as we speak. And no one's even come in and out yet. They're describing heat death? Okay, so that's what this is. Okay. Okay. I don't know actually anything about heat death. I just have heard the term. So heat death isn't even... So heat death is the death of heat, not like we all die due to heat, right? I had the terminology a little mixed up in my head. Okay.
The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost.
I don't know, it's kind of dope to do.
No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility.
Have you ever thought, like, you know, you guys are pursuing all these cool things, but have you ever thought about increasing shareholder value? That's what really gets me going and keeps me going, you know what I mean?
Immortality,
I think you guys could do with,
greatest
I think that could help you guys through your little ruts.
suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls. Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture.
Basically, things are slowly expanding out in outer space. There's a theoretical end to everything. In Evercold, maybe all will, the heat will die. I guess that's why it's Evercold. This is just set up for the Evercold. They skipped the whole expansion.
Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
I'm telling you guys, you gotta keep your whimsy or else you get saddened like these schmucks. But not me, not Ishtola. We have too much whimsy for them.
So that's your story.
No, she's gonna get absorbed. She's gonna disappear. Don't zoom in on her.
While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
That's that researcher talking.
Ishtola, no! You mustn't!
Alisa, you saw the... oh, no. You saw the writing on the wall, too. Come on.
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught.
Ooh, with the smirk on her face, too.
I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Not the crow of demise. Not the crow of ethereal
Keep
supplication?
calm and
Supplimation?
listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it.
Why didn't you tell us this before? Why are you yelling it now?
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost. So press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I feel like this is pretty easy for her because she's already died like 3 times. So like if we do bring her back, like this is just normal operating procedures for her.
I shall join.
What the?
As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
But we need more people to sacrifice. We can't do 2 at once.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
I guess we got a 007 for them. Urianger and Ishtola. Two 207s.
How could we possibly fail?
Okay, over under that Alfino and Alice go in one. They go in one pod together. I have the order down, so I think it's now going to be Alfino, Alice together. Graha has to give like the super impassioned final speech because that's just the character he is. And then Xenos with the steel chair.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
That was easy. Thanks, Meteon.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn, alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Aetheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
How are we gonna get up there? You know, those things are really close together. Maybe if like I jump high enough, I can just get like sucked into the gravitational pull. And I'll land on the planet. This guy's literally just one step behind me. That's crazy. We should invite him to the dungeon. Are you ready to continue on? Then let us make our way to where the light shone. Uruyanje and Ishtole have opened us the way. Hear me out, Lalafell ladder? No, no. Why would we? Okay, why would we use Lalafells as a ladder? Do you understand the fact that Lalafells, like, do you know how much more efficient it would be if we use like a Rogadin ladder? They're wider and they're taller. How many Lalafells are we gonna need? We're gonna need like 3 wide Lalafells, like this way, and then a bunch of Lalafells that way. Like, there's just not efficiency. The fuel efficiency is just not there. Look, it's the B rank. You guys aren't thinking right now. Yes, I can feel it. The ether emanating from the arcane pattern. This is a portal, no mistake, and let's see where it leads. I, for one, am okay with teleporting through a random portal. The level, guys. What are you guys doing here? Omega. It is the checker, isn't it? Oh, wait, hold on. No. No, hold on. Now we good. Where are my friends at? Amazing, yet another civilization. Attack as soon as you arrive, not the most welcoming of places, I see. We must try to find denizens who are amenable to the conversation. We should also get the lay of the land and see how far we can go. I'll have Alfie know with that, and in the meantime, you and Graha can search for friendlier folk. Apart from hostile beings, take care with your footing. I mislike the look of this terrain. Not knowing what the locals are, you best take care of yourself. We'll find you once we're finished exploring. I expect the twins will seek the outermost bounds of the isle, so propose we search this central area. There are machines patrolling here and there, sentinels in all likelihood. Like those you encounter, they will most certainly attack anyone who venture too close. Let's avoid them and look for the others that appear more approachable. You're so smart. How'd you figure that one out? Not seem inclined to non-violent intercourse. You're joking. Sometimes I wish they let you just jump off the face of the world and like die, and then they would like plant your body back. Cause like, what do you mean I can't jump over this gap? You have a face? Which ways are you gonna aggro? Oh, you do have a face. Sick. Interesting fact, tank invuln skills don't stop fall damage. That is a very interesting fact. How many people knew that? How many of you have had enough like cool I'm gonna do stupid things in Final Fantasy brain decisions to go, yeah, I'm gonna test if fall damage saves me. I know you guys, you log in, you're like, I'm gonna do my leveling roulette, and then you sit in the house or in Limsa, wait for the queue to pop, and then do it again the next day. None of the invulns do. Look, Money, the machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. Begging your pardon, we're in search of the denizens of the star. Unknown life forms detected. Assigning generic label, interplanetary travelers. Greetings and welcome to the planet. Beep, boop. The planet. Could you please repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name of our tongue. It may be translated into yours as Alphatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called Omnicrons, and you stand within one of our outposts. Omnicrons, you say? And what is it that you do here? We are preparing for war. We presently do not have a designated target. You have nothing to fear. Should you become designated, however, you'll be taken into custody and or terminated. Not a little frightening, these Omnicrons, but at least they do seem to be a little forthright. Oh. Omni, not Omni. My bad. Omicrons. Omicrons. I will see what else I can learn from this fellow. You should try speaking with the others. Boop. Autonomous weapon development complete. Vanguard armament upgrade complete. Munition level satisfactory. Combat readiness assessment nominal. Waiting instructions from Sir. Maintaining state of combat readiness. Mommycrons? Alright, I don't see the vision with that one. Emo, you lost me. These things? I can't co-sign that one, big man, you know? Bzzzt, measuring combat capabilities. Result negligible. Subject falls outside targeting parameters. Welcome, traveler. We are Omicrons, and our objective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the homeworld of beings whose strength was said to be without parallel, the dragons. Yet, the endeavor yielded a wealth of combat data. The star was rendered barren and unable to yield resources. Subsequent costing determined that losses incurred exceeded the gains. Oh, these were the ones that killed the dragons. Okay. That makes sense. Wait, you lost to these things? The dragons? Lost to these stick figures? Greetings, traveler. When venturing outside the outpost, beware malfunctioning units. They do not heed Sir's commands and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. For the avoidance of confusion, be advised that Sir is the alias of Stigma. 1. Sir issues instructions to our forces at the foremost of the 6 strategic matrices that bear the designation Stigma. Only Omega F. I can see the vision there. I'm just not sure about these ones, I'm gonna be honest with you. You learned a few things, so did I. Ere we find our share of findings, however, I believe it would be best to step outside the outpost. Come with me. Let's go somewhere else, besides the murdering robots. There you are. We've finished surveying the area. This will come to no surprise, but there's no way forward. There were portals like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated islands. And as before, we must locate the embodiment of emotion that bars the way. What of yourselves? Did you find anyone to speak with? So the Omicrons seek to advance themselves through conquest. Or in their campaigns over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader has yet to issue new commands, and so they wait. In a place, who could be that fits Urianger's description? A soul whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others. Urianger said this? During our investigation, before we joined you in Elegia. That was like secret information. Don't be sharing his secret information with them. So that's the way of it. Why couldn't he just say it to all of us then? Given what we know of this place, it's certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragon and the Ea longed for death, the Omicrons longed for conflict. As much as that might lead to destruction, it may be considered a distinct desire. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to M032, the first Omicron with whom we spoke, there is a console which we may communicate by. He also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but in that itself, I believe, is worth investigating. What do you say? Can I get an MSQ check? How many we got left? I feel like we've done like 6 already. Left, okay. The console we seek lies on the far side of this isle. Given the nature of the ground, the route may not be as direct as it seems. Let's all watch our way as make our way. 1 billion quests left. I'm trying to get those subs, Lowe's. I'm trying to make those subs, you know? You said, what was it? You said I have to finish it? You better not hope it's like 3 or 4. You're in for a long day at the office. Under. I accidentally hit the button on my mouse that changes my DPI. Five left? That's it? Blue quest skipper? Yeah, you bet I am. This is too low. This has to be too low. Is this the right one? That's right. That's right. Okay, that's the correct DPI. We're good. You're not allowed to fly in space. I know. There's no gravity. You just get launched into the stratosphere, you know? We don't want that. This appears to be the console, but it seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look? You try touching, smacking, and attuning with the console, but there's no response. No luck, I see. But there must be another way to activate it. There must be.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough. But if we can't even activate it?
Think, Murney,
Perhaps
think.
there is a way. First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. As you've doubtless surmised, I believe this was the homeworld of Omega.
You weren't there for this, buddy. Don't think that you were around for this. You were lackadaisically in the first. You know, we sent you off on your merry way. Don't think you're a part of this, pal.
Jamming device to defeat it, a device which generated massive bursts of lightning, its sole weakness.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this. Why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
Yeah. I could use my custom-made Omega. Nah, you got it. This one's on you, buddy.
Very well. Here I go.
Oh my goodness, it worked.
It worked!
Opening connection to communications module 1. Connection established. Transmission. Strategic matrix signal 1 now online. As the primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir.
Oh no, his eyeball can't move.
Checking for new communications. None found. All units, please maintain current state. End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait! We have questions for you. Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The extended operations unit is yet to determine guidelines for future.
Wait, I just realized this technically counts as Stormblood music, so they actually did hit the checklist. They found a way.
All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with set guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Look at Murney. She's not even paying attention. She's just staring off in the distance. No one is actually. I don't think any... No, only Alphino I think is actually paying attention. Everyone else is just kind of doing their own thing.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End reply. End transmission. Closing connection.
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
We gotta scour the floor looking for the shirkers. Who's not keeping up with efficiency tasks metrics? Oh my goodness, another person doing MSQ at the same time as me. So there's millions of us. Let us focus our search on the outpost. Alice and I will try speaking with the Omicrons at this time, in the hopes that we might learn something new. Meanwhile, you and Graha could observe them from a distance. These being systemic and routine by nature, if there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. If there are no questions, let us begin at once. Add them to the party? I don't wanna, you know, I don't wanna... If they're around when we get to the dungeon / trial, I'll shoot, but... I don't want to mess with them while they're doing the thing. Because, look, they're in a cutscene right now. They're going to hear, like, the party invite sound effect. As we came this way, I believe I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me. Brother. I don't even know if this is faster than just getting off and killing them. There we go. Search base for errant Omicrons. Oh, I love these. These are like my favorite sub minigames. Perhaps someone hiding, looking to avoid work. Perhaps someone... Ooh. That dude's kind of flying. Oh, he's actually... No, that has to be... He wanders ceaselessly as if lacking a clear objective. I don't know. He seemed like he was working at max efficiency. See how fast he was moving? Omicron wandering aimlessly. Where? I see it. Oh no, he's sentient. He's found a way out of the hive mind. It's left the base. Let's follow it. Melanade, easy boy. You haven't even said anything in chat this whole time. It's not here, but it definitely came this way. Must have used the portal. Time to go through and see what we find. I want to be there for the trial. We'll only join the dungeon if you need fill spots. I'm assuming we're right at the precipice, the fact that you're saying that. Lambda. I don't know if it's today when I'm gone or not. I thought you said there's 5 MSQ left. How close at the end of this dungeon is it? Is it literally like the end of the game, like the last MSQ is the trial? And then you talk, like, after you kill quote-unquote Medion or the final boss, They're like, all right, let's all go home, and they just play like 8 cutscenes in a row. Is that how it works? Bzzzt, what is your query? Each quest is like 30 minutes? You say that, but I've gone through like 7 of them today. Ah, you found it. What are you doing here? I'm looking at the tree. What an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is a sample collected from another star. As it cannot survive in our environment, however, it requires a life support. That is the function of this device. Hopefully dungeon trial early tomorrow. You know, Shio, for 1 extra sub, I will purposefully read slower for the rest of the stream. To go to such lengths to sustain it, is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it. As this task has been completed, the specimen may just be discarded. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to those to feel there is a problem. In order to become strong, we've continued to enhance ourselves like we, countless others, did. We conquered the star whence this tree came. It is the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing towards with it made inspire. Yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts, leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such, and to what end? I do not understand. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? It does not. My apologies. I shall return to my designated post and resume a state of combat readiness. Wait! So it was acting outside of orders. Perhaps it is simply a malfunctioning Omicron. They're by no means uncommon. But it might be a unit possessed with the ability to make decision, not one unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. I mean, we literally had him, we detained him. What do you mean further investigation? You literally had him on the line of questioning. To endeavor to live, even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. Tell me, Murney, one day when this adventure becomes part of your epic, who do you think I'll be mentioned in it? Ask me again, Lazy, who I think's gonna be next on the chopping block. Is it the 2 that I haven't seen in a while, or is it the guy that's waxing poetic about how, like, what's gonna happen after this is all over? Who's exhibiting the red flags here, huh? Of course, why wouldn't you be? I'm gonna have a section for all the scions, and you're gonna be in there. You think so? That would be... Nay, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Well, we better get on with our task. Tracking down Sir and understanding the nature of emotion which bars our way. Will Bernie be there? Well, unlike our friends who are, like, disappearing into the ether, Bernie is straight up dead. Like, stake through his heart dead. So I don't think so. Hello, world. We should return to the outpost for now, and the others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. Crikey, is that an alligator? Look at the size of that one. Okay, so you were wrong. I might have got the order a little bit incorrect, but I'm still hoping that the ultimate play is still the Xenos thing. I'm still holding on hope. I know he's not, like, has no way logistically of being here since he doesn't have the hyperspeed spaceship unless he was, like, unless he was a stowaway, which I believe he could do. He has the heart to do it, you know? Graha says he found a suspicious Omicron. That's good, because the units were no help. I have the same thing to say about the extended operations units. There's no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, that served to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. But enough about us. Tell us something that you learned that's more useful. As an Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life, none of the others were even a fraction as philosophical. This human may be in a position of leadership, perhaps even one of those that comprise Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of conquest. With the technologies at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be it in part or in whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wished to have an ordinary Omicron's body, I see no reason why it should not be possible. The problem is how to go about ascertaining if that's what happened. When I attempted to probe further, it ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, then I doubt it would be willingly reveal its true identity. I have an idea. We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger, much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction, that could suggest that it has a connection to Sir. An inspired idea, I dare say it's worth a try. I had a feeling you'd be on board. This time you must allow me to do the honors. I'll stand guard in case your incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part, then I will approach our suspect and divert its attention. During which time, Ernie, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behaviors. I should mention that shortly before you returned, an Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, it headed off towards the console. At first, I assumed it was a unit on patrol, but perhaps that could be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operation at once. Alright, Alfino and I will stand by at the console. When it's time, I'll unleash a veritable storm. Use battle voice and bolden and chain strat while Graha casts thunder. I thought Alice's casting thunder. Or Verthunder, probably. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend, let us find this doubt-plagued Omicron. How I miss old Black Mage. What could they possibly have done to old Black Mage that makes you long for the past, huh? Next thing you're gonna be like, oh, I miss TP. I miss when there was a third bar. I miss when, you know, the game was bad, you know? That's what you sound like. You are the one that was observing the tree, are you not? I'm full glad to find you again. I have a question for you, you see, about the device which sustains the tree. Provided does not necessitate the closure of restricted information, very well. Graha has begun distracting the Omicron. Soon, Alice will strike the console with lightning. Observe closely for anomalous behavior. After Alice casts her spell, you may move the camera. Dang, we are close. Do your thing, Alice. Anomaly. That was like, what was the purpose of that? Honestly, come on. That was shoot-in. We did not need that, guys. An anomaly, you say? Performing diagnostic. Error confirmed. My connection to the Central Command is suffering from intermittent failure. I must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You will excuse me. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance. It's to confront the truth. While we spoke, our comrades struck the console used to communicate with the Sir. That is the cause of your anomaly. You are connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know, but before we speak further, we must move away from the other units. I do not wish them to know my true identity. Very well, our friends are at the console, let us head there. I miss having to wait my mount to... I miss having to... Oh, wait for my mount to cast before starting moving, yes. That's a relatively new thing, right? Where you have to stand still. That was like... It's like a new development. Part of me misses balancing MP and TP depending on the rolls, but also I don't. Yeah, Boomer, let's get you to sleep, alright? Okay, I was closer on that voice than the other one.
It was my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. His body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as we do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us.
So they're doing the Goku gambit, right? That's their whole shtick.
Becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted.
It's like, you guys ever use like Windows diagnostic tools? Has that ever helped anyone? I feel like whenever I get to a problem that's like too advanced that I can't solve it from like Google problem, just Googling it, it's like, yeah, I'll try the diagnostic tool. And it just never works.
It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy is spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible.
Rather than seek new purpose, we have decided to die.
In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power, but we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost. Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
Why did he do that?
I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them...
Alright, Graha. It was nice knowing you, pal. I'll see you on the other side.
I want you to make me a promise. Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so
I literally said I'll see you on the other side, Graha. Come on.
That this won't be the end.
Graha is my side piece. Can't do him dirty like this. I don't know. Kind of sounds like you're putting him. You know. Do you think he'd respect that? Like, do you think he'd be cool with it? That you're so enamored with Emmett that he has to be the side piece. I don't know. Hard to tell.
Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back.
This one is the Shadowbringers song.
I want to visit Ishgard with you.
Dun dun
Properly.
dun 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 dun. That's the Shadowbringers one, right? So we've hit every one, all the songs.
We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures in the places where you lived them, if possible.
This is from Final Fantasy III?
I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account.
Bro, you've literally been with us for like the past few months.
A new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before.
Bro, you're saying that as if we're not on like across the sea of stars.
The skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will.
We're literally across the entirety of space and time trying to save the world. What do you mean, my man? Don't be greedy, Graha. Don't be greedy.
If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning,
There it is.
how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before? Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self.
I don't think he knows what you're talking about,
And
pal.
each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
What happens if he just straight up, like, convinces him? Is that a mission failure?
We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We don't have the technology.
We are not unlike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
I like how his going away is like amiable. Very Grahatia like. He doesn't have like the sass of Ishtola because he's just not built like that. I respect it. A very Graha way to go. I will defeat depression with the marketplace of. I like to see that. That's my Graha right there. Background music up.
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end.
Game audio is very quiet. They all leave so easily, as if it's nothing. How do they think we feel? Next time we meet again, I'll give them such a flick, and that'll just be the start. Oh snap, it's actually gonna play the song. Sick. Amidst the sadness of Alfino's countenance. The crystalline path Graha has paved for us, difficult as it may be, we must carry on for all our friends and for those who await us in faith. So, come let us seek the path. The path's beginning. It appears to be near the outpost. What is going on up there? Is that Bitsmith crafting again? Yeah, that's what it is. Is this the Grahatia trailers or end credit song? Look, Marnie, a portal. Surely it'll deliver us true. It must. This gonna get us to the big star? Oh my goodness, they're doing the main riff thing. One of the, what's it called? One of the motifs. Where are we? This is like nothing. Well, here's the path. It descends to dizzying heights. Let's make our way one sure step at a time. Our friends have got us this far. Their courage, their strength, their wisdom, their love, we owe it to them to continue, no matter how long it takes. Let's go. Skip the extra discussion. Actually, I want to see what the topics are called. Listen to the silence. Listen to the silence. Now we good. This camera angle doesn't work the way I want it to. Look back on the path. The portal's barely visible from up here. Truly, we've come far, much further than we must have been possible had we been chasing perfect ideals as we did in the past. Because we've known failure and frustration, that we've learned and grown from them, that Heidelin has entrusted us with this mission, with the fate of every star. Do you think that you will sacrifice the children next, or you think Square Enix will not allow us to do it? You know, at some point you lose your children card after you've been through like your 6th war and like your 5th like friend dying. You know what I mean? The coming of age stuff, like, you know, I feel like at some point you kind of cross that threshold, and I feel like that was a few expansions ago. Oh, I still have plenty of legs in me. Don't worry. It's up to you that I'm worried about. You always push yourself so hard for everyone, and while we're here, we'll make sure to bear our share of the burden. Oh, there it is, the way up. This is it, the end of the path and the beginning of whatever awaits. There'll be greater hardships, and we may be made to feel powerless, yet, come what may, let us have no regrets. No, let us have pride in what we've achieved, and how it changes us for the better. That's what's worth fighting for, and dying for, as they did. They're not dead. We can always bring them back with Azim's magic. Come on, we know this. You just need to drop me in there, get me in the Meteon room, and I'm just going to summon all my friends, and we're going to jump her. It's going to be sick. This is almost... Ooh, this is cute. Like a little shopping center. Little pavilion. Normal. It's not unlike many cities we know, but it's deathly quiet. Mayhaps the inhabitants are within the building, or invisible to our senses. Wrong on both counts. There is simply no one here. Oh, no, it's Meteon. My bad. Meteon. Take your time. This is how I found out when I arrived. Another star which once pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, none can say. None lived to speak for the dead. They are gone. Gone. Search all you like, but you'll only end up turning back. You could say she's Endwalking, yeah, I guess. Hello. You think you've caught me. This form is barely a drop from the ocean that swells within the dead sun. Even so, I could easily unmake you. You're only still alive because of your comrades, but they cannot protect you forever. Till they fade away, I'll satisfy myself with watching you try and fail to find a way out of this lifeless place. If there's no one here, then neither should there be any emotion to bar away. Oh, he's bargaining. He's bargaining. He's like, I'm not going to have to fade away into the life stream. Yet Meteon seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? Whatever Meteon may have said, we should confirm it with our own eyes. We may have to take a look around. Indeed, at the very least, it doesn't appear to be a sprawling place like those others. If we split up, it shouldn't take too long for us to cover the area. Explore the necropolis. Is there supposed to be no music here? Doesn't appear to be anyone here. Perhaps you could try calling out. Hello! If anyone's heard you, they do not respond. Congrats on unlocking flying in Ultima Thule after this quest. I actually have really bad news for you. I don't think that's true. Stone-like object the object resembles a tree and appears to have been fashioned from a stone-like material. Erected in a place of an actual tree or to serve some other purpose, perhaps. Regardless, there is no one left to explain, to tell the story. Word not for the thick layer of dust. No one could imagine drinking from these cups but moments ago. I like how eerie it is here. We should all sing our favorite Final Fantasy XIV song at the same time, and with together our song will overwhelm the Song of Oblivion. We all have to pick different songs though. In the distance you glimpse Alice picking your way through the ruins, but find no signs of life. Hello! Very good. Though set slightly off the ground, this does appear to be a door, while the objects to the left could be letterboxes. The door is rusted shut, and the film all over the dust suggests no one's come through in a very, very long time. Oh my god, you're at Ultima Thule. I know, isn't it crazy? You know, we're just trying to save the world. You've missed a little bit, huh? Don't worry, you stay where you are, Clay. I'll save the world on my time, you know? You can rest easy. Don't like how quiet it is. The place is reminiscent of a bar, but neither patrons nor staff are anywhere to be seen. Egg-shaped containers line the shelves with a few sitting on the counters, vessels for the beverages in all likelihood. A venue bustling with activity until it was not. This is such a good place. I love it. It's very pretty. Time to play System of a Down? I guess I could add my own, but like I think this is clearly an artistic choice for them to not have music. So I will respect the designer's intent and not pump my own music in. What do you think, Ali? Say? Bernie, take a look at this. If the road was a little longer, we could take it to just beneath the dead sun. But I suppose this is where the reconstruction ends. How about you? Did you find anything? Okay, what are we talking about? Oh, that thing. See, I noticed the same things. Cups upon tables, chairs out of place. I don't know what happened, but I do know that I don't want to be here anymore. If we've searched enough, let's find Alfino and compare what we've learned. The back rooms of space. It does feel a little liminal, isn't it? Because of all like the, you know, lived inness of it, right? Like the fact that there's just kind of stuff sitting around. I mean, if you want to see liminal, go to the spaceship launch site. That place is liminal. There's like nothing there. It's just a huge space with nothing in it. Like the outside part of it. At least this place, like, there's enough movement because of the background that it kind of feels a little alive. What you got for me, Alfie Nod?
Did you find anything?
No. This place is completely deserted. And I can't see how we're supposed to move on from here.
Neither can I. It's quite the quandary. There are no denizens to bar our path, yet there is no way forward.
For another mystery, we did find signs of very recent life. You'd swear everyone just vanished into thin air.
Because that's what you two must do. You must vanish to open the path for me.
How many ruined worlds like this has Meteion seen?
Ah. Could it be? Yes. Yes, I believe I may have puzzled this out. Despite how it appears, it's no different this time. There is someone here who has wished for this ruin. And I believe that together, Alize and I can overcome their will.
Goodbye, Alfino. I'll see you on the other side. Oh, I can't even, like, massage it. I just gotta be hard line against it.
I'm sorry, but there is a chance, and I must seize it. For everyone. And for myself.
There are babies? I don't know. I didn't do coils. I don't have the, if only you did coils. You and I agree.
I will not pretend otherwise. I have my fears. Not for myself, but for you. The last to remain. You are no stranger to carrying the burden of others. But I can only imagine how heavy the weight would be this time. As your friend, I cannot bear the thought of making you suffer so.
Then why suggest such a thing? It's too much to ask of anyone, even her. Why must she be the one? Why must she fight alone?
I'll be honest with you, Alice. I don't think you could do. I don't think you
More
could
than
do
a
it if you were in
hero.
my spot.
She's a dear friend. Not only to us, but to so many others. There are so many people in the world who care for you, and yet... And yet...
To be fair, like, do we know as a fact that Alfino needs Alice to go with?
Alize, I have an idea.
Because if Alice wants to stick with us, so we're not alone, like, you know, maybe Alfino could just, you know, pull his extra weight and then do it himself.
Given the nature of this realm, it may be possible to do more than unbar our friend's path. We might also pave her a new one. For instance, a path where she finds happiness at journey's end. This much, I think we can believe with the utmost conviction, no matter how deep our despair. So please, believe in us too, and press on.
The twins are always a set. Yeah, say that again when like you got to meet Alfino way before you meet Alice. Right? And then you do the entirety of Heaven's Word where she's not there.
If the plan's decided, then let's not dally.
In fact, I think they spend more time separated than they do together for like the first 3 expansions. Because then you do like most of Stormblood without Alfino.
Ah, there you are. It was as I said, was it not?
Nah, we come for you, buddy.
It was. We couldn't find anyone.
Your despair is what we're aiming
But
at.
this place isn't entirely deserted, is it?
We came for you, dingus.
You sought out a star of promise and found a ruined husk. Like us, you explored the devastation. Like us, you were stricken. Horrified by the thought that so many lives could be snuffed out as if they were worth nothing. And the thought that you would have to bear the terrible tidings to Hermes. That which you saw and felt, you shared with your sisters. As did they share their own grim findings with you, overcome by the pervasive despair of these stars. Some of you inadvertently ushered their peoples to their ends. Knowing the horrors you know, anyone would feel the same. They would fear what lies ahead and struggle to move forward.
Fear. I had forgotten that such a thing existed. So focused have I been on shepherding despair.
If you can remember, then you can still face and overcome your own fear.
Why would I bother with such an insignificant emotion? If the despair
Can I get
I
some
can
personal space,
use as a
Meteon, please?
raging river, then fear is but a trickling stream.
I know your penchant to jump scare me, so like, could you like zoom out a tiny bit?
It can do nothing to alter my flow. You spoke with the Aya, yes? Heard their tale of what awaits the universe. It's true. The stars grow colder and more distant. Eventually, all will enjoy frozen solitude. Using the power of Dynamis, I'm hastening that process. In so doing, nothing will be born ever again. Everyone will remain dead. Alas, It will take time for that to happen. So in mercy, I sent you my gift. To spare you needless suffering. Don't worry. Even if no living witnesses remain to mark the event, I'll make certain that Atheris has a proper end.
Wrong.
For all the power you wield, you're more fearful than the familiar you used to be.
Tell him, Alice.
Meteon feared simply to move forward. But your fear is such that you've given up on everything. I know it well. That sense of defeat. I've tasted my fair share of it. But as many times as we've fallen down, we've learned how to pick ourselves up and carry on.
There's a song from Coils. I feel like I feel like when she does her thing, they're gonna play a Coils song.
We take each other's hand, share in each other's courage, follow in each other's footsteps, and turn sorrow into strength.
Maybe? This is distinctly Coils. Okay, I knew. See? It might be Yukov, maybe. Maybe it's Yukov. I don't know. Be honest.
But these experiences are part of life, and they make us stronger.
The assist from Alfino?
We rise, fall, and rise again.
Become the bird that you were meant to be, Meteon. What did she say?
Don't worry about us. You must take the next step, and all the rest after that.
Rainbow Road? Every time I watch this, tears. No time for tears. We have to kill first. All my friends are watching. I can't cry, you know? They're literally all like scattered to the winds watching me carry the torch, you know? Carry the flame. Look at them. They're all watching too. They just don't know it.
Please let them all be safe.
Kinda got bad news for you. Just a premonition,
Kyle?
relax.
Are you all right?
It's nothing. Just a headache.
I like the idea that they're all just staring up into the night sky. This is what they do with their free time nowadays.
Fine. I know they will.
Like, they can't possibly tell what's happening, but, like, you know, it feels good to look at it.
Apologies for the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry, an associate of the Scions. He wishes to speak with you at once.
Who could this be? Slow gait, kind of heavy footsteps. There's a few people that could be. And depending on the definition, it could be Xenos. He's an associate of the sign. He's associated with us. He'd probably appear if you look up Scions of the Seventh Dawn on like Google. He would appear on like, did you mean, or like related search terms, you know. In the city devoid of light, you sent another presence. All right. The sorrow of thousand worlds weigh heavy, and yet you can only walk on. And walk on we shall. What the heck?
If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you.
Oh my goodness, I'm actually like super. Oh wait. Oh, you're forced to walk. I'm like, why am I like super slow walking? Let's walk at normal speed.
Do not despair. You are not without allies.
I would try to get the voices, but I feel like I'm just gonna butcher everything.
We have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go
I feel like every single one I'd just butcher. That was Harshiphant? Okay, that one was Harshiphant, yes.
Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
Big 14 fan. Yeah, I've never actually watched a cutscene in 14 before.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice,
wait,
he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others.
That's Kane-senna, right? That has to be, I believe.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice.
That's Raban. I could nail a Raban voice anytime. Come on. What else we got? No?
And we for our part are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Okay, that one. That one might be her.
Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
That's Hien. Clearly. No doubt in my mind. Because the second one was Connie. I don't know who the first Kane-senna was then.
We rise to greet a new dawn.
You lost me, buddy.
A future shaped by the choices we made in ways we could never have foreseen.
What expansion are we in?
Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home.
Okay, that's the little lady. I forgot her name. The one who helped us across in what's it called? The I don't even remember her name. Nanamo? No, that wasn't Nanamo. No. That was the Shadowbringers one who like helped us. The researcher that we had to Beck-Luke. That's the name. Beck-Luke. Yeah, that's the one. And we had to like get from the castle. There was like a dungeon where we had to find her.
Until I know they're safe.
Okay, that one's obvious. I'm kind of mad she didn't. I'm kind of mad she didn't get to come with us, to be honest with you.
Strong art thou, mortal.
Look to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Let's finish this.
Oh, okay. Now we're actually to the Scions level. We're climbing up the ladder of like importance. Hello, Meteon. I've gone through powering with my friends. Now you have no chance. You should have stopped me before I heard their voices in my head,
Here the
schizophrenia
path
style.
ends. There is no way to reach our nest. I told you. Resignation and acceptance reign in this place. The rejection of life by those who came to curse it. Those whose dreams were unfulfilled. Whose prayers were unheard. Whose labors were unrewarded. Hope cannot deliver you unto hopelessness. Our refuge is beyond you.
Yeah, keep talking.
Always has it been. Such is the nature of this place. You should have remained on Atheris. Struggle will avail you not, nor will it grant your comrades peace. Come, let me relieve you of your burden. You have suffered enough.
Uh-oh.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't.
How do we make peace with That's why it's too soon for this to end.
There are so many people in the
You
world.
must triumph.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
I am ever grateful. I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so
Oh, was that Aaronville? Aaron guy? I recognize that accent anywhere.
Is this the answer I was hoping for?
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
And mother.
Perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
I'll reach you. I'll find a way. Your soul is mine, Meteon. I've come all this way. Not going back empty-handed. Empty-handed. Behold my trial circle, where I summon my friends. My strongest magic.
I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
I love how cute they think they are with the little question marks, as if I don't recognize his intonation, his spicy intonation.
Oh, come now. It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all.
Just don't ask me to say this character's name, so.
Perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls. But I won't say no to a bit part.
What are you?
Half-faded souls of the dead. Isn't it painfully obvious? Worry not. We haven't the power to defeat you, nor is it our duty to do so. Not anymore. That being said, we do have a score to settle. So here I am, Vinar. I suppose you needed me to tie it all together, these frayed threads of our history. But knowing you, I suspect there's a joke in it too. Oh yes, I can imagine you gloating over my forgetfulness.
Emmett, focus! Stop trying to one-up each other.
Feeling charitable, I might assume you had left room for the possibility of this outcome. Even so, you'll get no applause from me. A single gesture will not lighten the burden I've had to bear. Still, you must be commended. Our methods would not have brought mankind this far. And so, as a show of respect to the last of us, I make this declaration. You will not end our journey. That is our answer. The answer of all lives of Aetheris, past and present.
I have the spirit bomb on my side, buddy. What are you gonna do?
As you've called us to the stage, so shall we perform. And creation magics never fail to please. Drawing upon the hopes of your comrades, we will make for you a new path.
What form said path takes depends on you. So focus. Focus and envision that which rejects the claim that you cannot attain your goal.
A path with a 3-degree incline.
Ours is the wisdom to weave the fabric of reality.
And a lot of traction.
Ours is the power to create.
Or a bunch of flowers, I guess.
Meteor, though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being.
We're reaching into the deep soul. Here we go.
Because of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run.
Remember me when I promised flowers or something?
So much more.
That might have been a while ago, but you have to remember.
A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
These Elpis blooms serve as proof that this realm is not utterly devoid of hope. No more can you deny its power. No more is yours the dominion of despair. In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
The power of flowers and friendship. How do you think you stand a chance anymore, Meteon? Come on. Third time Ishtola has returned from the land of the dead.
May you ever walk in the light.
You missed a lot, Thancred, not gonna lie.
Disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
You'll find a way regardless.
Honestly, this is far more than any of us could have hoped for. Let us be thankful.
My Queen Ishtola can never stay dead.
Indeed.
I swear, if she finds a way to die in Dawn Trail.
United is a gift. Let us not squander it, and
Someone
see
needs...
that we all return to Aetheris.
I think Ishtola needs to, like, officially become an indoor cat, because I think, like, The more we let her run around, the more she gets herself killed, and I think that, you know, that's a problem. Granted, we have no trouble getting her back, so.
As soon as we've averted the final days.
Good to see you again. Our heroic sacrifice paid off, I take it.
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it.
What happens if, like, but Meteon's like amenable now? Look at her. We can be friends. Look at the pretty flowers. Come with us, or it's over. Yeah, well, it's over. Look, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. You can either be the friendly flower girl, or we could all jump you. There's like 7 of us, you know? Either one will be fine. I brought all the homies with me. Is this safe? The sky? Oh, I kind of see it. Yeah, it is a sky nipple, huh?
Can you hear me?
Oh, it's the real one.
The voice is within, crying in pain, wailing in sorrow.
This is the one that never learned how to speak properly.
Hurting. End it. Silence it. Silence our song of oblivion.
Bird.
The way is open. They can proceed.
So it seems.
What are you guys gonna do? Oh, they're gone.
You're leaving?
Of course. The encore is finished, and I will not suffer myself to live again by Heideling's magic.
Wait, they don't know, but they've never seen him like this, right? Because only we've seen the original, the OGs.
But more than that, the future you seek is not the past we loved. That is why we fought, and why I lost.
Unless, like, we described in vivid detail, like when we explained to them what happened on Elpis, we're like, well, you should have seen his hair. It was so different, swept back and everything, like crazy.
But though you defeated me, my ideals are inviolate, invincible.
Okay, Emmett, go to sleep, buddy. Go yell at the clouds back at home.
Spare me your pity. I have no use for it. If you would do something for me, save our star. See this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and with elation in your hearts, bid the final curtain fall. Only then may it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north?
No.
The fabled golden cities of the New World. The sacred sites of the forgotten people of the South Sea Isles.
What are you talking about,
What
Emmett?
about Mericidia, the southern continent? Do you know aught of its present state of affairs?
What is this? What is this like gotcha these going on here?
I thought not. Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance.
Have you seen Cobb? Have you seen the other side of a savage? I think not. What little you know of Final Fantasy XIV?
All
Like,
of
brother,
which is to
chill
say,
out.
expand your horizons. Go forth and seek discovery. Some of the civilizations in the reflections will surprise you. As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much. I certainly did.
I pray we meet again. If not in this life, then perhaps another.
I cannot believe I forgot. What? You said you were gonna go watch the movie, second room. Go watch your Spider-Man movie. We're over here watching the epic finale.
Whensoever it should be, I trust it will be a most joyous reunion.
Thanks, Hitholodius, if that's how you say it.
For you, maybe. I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, don't be that way.
Hitholodius, that's how you say it. Came back to me. Oh my goodness, the fact that there's 3 of you here lets me know what's about to happen. I don't think I knew what he was going to say to the man. In retrospect, it was felt like the wrong thing, but not the past withstanding. He came to aid you in your moment of need. And here we are, and we'll not squander this chance he has given us. We will see this tale to its triumphant conclusion and bid the final curtain call. Unironic, maybe stop. Okay. How much longer is the rest of Endwalker? From now to like the final part, like. Quest name is called. It's the last one. Literally the last one. I say do it. Lozu, I'll be waiting for your 3 subs at the end of this long day in the office. We're going all in. Are you ready, Murney? Then to set forth for the reckoning. Only having coming this far, I know everyone's resolution is above, beyond doubt, so I'll only say this. What is tomorrow's stream? Okay, you're not wrong. Okay, you're not wrong, because we are a little, you know, we're 3:40 in, and if there's 2 hours left, technically we could move it to tomorrow. But look at all the people. Look at all the cool people here. I mean, we can save it. Oh, I didn't even see you for food's sake. Tomorrow's for unlocking raids. Do you want to watch that? Within the dead sun swirls the emotion. Let me finish this first, then we'll make the decision. Let me make the decision, okay? Within that dead sun swirls the emotions that Medion has hoarded, the emotions of innumerable souls who strove for happiness but failed. As it was the denizens of Ultima Thule that barred our way, it is not for us to rebuke and admonish. 'Twas not by passing judgment on the tragic legacies of others we arrived at this moment. Rather than by opening our hearts to their despair, by understanding and acknowledging their fates, while still refusing to share them in ourselves, to hold fast to hope, not in ignorance, but by choice. Should you struggle to do so, I am here to help, as you have all helped me. We will, wait. We will. Wait, no. We will prevail. I knew it. I was going to do this, but I knew what was happening. A lot of soldiers aren't here right now. A lot of you are bargaining for this. A lot of you are bargaining. I won't lie. You can beat Endwalker in 30 minutes. All right. I'm okay with doing it tomorrow. I'm sorry to say it to my friends, especially Melanade, who obviously very rarely shows up. Oh no. We accumulated the enmity of an angry Lalafell. Yeah, there's 2 duties, so we could... You'll realize after the cinematic you should wait until tomorrow. There's so many of you here, though. I hate like letting people join and then, you know, blue balling them. But like, look, there's so many of you. Do you have music off? No, it's just a little quiet, I think. Do a poll. All right, Democratic. Everyone's still here. Everyone's still here. Okay, we'll do this the only way that I know how to. Do Democratic voting policy. People will still be here tomorrow. You would be here until like 7:30. Varen Aldrash with the 3 gift subs. Varen Aldrash, what do you think we should do? Not saying that, you know, we're not, what's it called? Not saying that we should you know, listen to the highest bidders. We're not greedy like that around here, but manage poll. As a shareholder, my vote counts as 3. Finish when the fight. I just came for the horse. You know what, Varen? That's cool. I respect that too. When the fight. Today. Tomorrow. All right, everyone. You got 1 minute. Taz, I swear. What do you want, Shio? I listen to my chatters democratically. I understand that the last few years of elections might have, you know, left you a little disillusioned with the voting process, but around here we stick by it, okay? We either fight today or we fight tomorrow. Look at all of you, though. And you all have the horse? What's going on? I won't lie though. I do have to say there's a right now with a few seconds left, make sure your voice is heard quickly. Why is well, I mean, it's 7-3. I'm sorry guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, Volker would be an automatic no as well. She's at a barbecue right now. How about this will give me time to come up with the new fit, unless I want to rock this one, but I'm gonna cry. I'm sorry, Mad Dog. I'm sorry. Okay, if it makes you feel any better, Mad Dog, even if I gave you your 3 shareholder votes, you'd still get outvoted, so. No matter how bad you wanted it, it was just not gonna happen. Plus, yeah, I mean, Casper, you probably voted no as well, because you're not gonna be here in 2 hours. So. It's okay, guys. Tomorrow we'll be back. You can do the duty fight without doing the final fight? That's true, but then, like, then there's, like, nothing left for tomorrow, right? Unless you want to listen to me talk about Endwalker for, like, 2 hours. It's okay, we'll just do all the fun stuff tomorrow. Plus, we already voted, so I can't... I'm beholden to the democratic process. Hand this over. I'd say save for tomorrow. What do you want, Melanade? Whoa! 1 million gil and you're upset? Yeah, this isn't a bribe, by the way. You can't convince me with 1 million gil. I just want you to know that if you hit accept, I'm scamming you of the 1 million. Thank you. Tomorrow works, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's over at this point. We already voted. I will not accept bribes. The voting process has ended. It's not a scam. Yoinked. So tomorrow we will finish the fight, as they say. A lot of Halo references today. In the interim, you gotta set up live ping rolls. Fine, I'll set up a live ping roll. How about this second rune? I'll do that like for next week. Can we lobby? How about oh. You have a chat? Whatever. I'll set up a live roll, but I will, because I probably won't have that done today for tomorrow, I will just message you at 1 p.m. to join. I'll just be like, wake up. We need you. Gives me time to fast. Yeah, everyone make sure that you're wearing your coolest outfit. Okay, how about this? When everyone shows up, can we all wear, like, let's pick a color. Let's pick a color. What's the theme? I'm feeling light, okay? I'm feeling white. What if we all wear white because Medion's like in her emo phase, you know? She's probably going to be wearing all black, like she's a black bird. So like I think we should go with, you know, like pure white. The dungeon will have a ton of wipes? Really? You think so? A dungeon? How bad could it possibly be? This dungeon is Wipe City without mine? Aw, now you got me excited. Okay, then we definitely weren't going to complete it today. If we're going to wipe a couple times in mine, that's probably going to be like at least like 40 minutes for the dungeon. Alright, that's the thing. Everyone wear white tomorrow. I want white themed outfits for the entire team, okay? I'm telling you right now, if we get like 8 people for the trial and one of you is dressed wrong, I'm kicking you. Like we will do an order based off of colors. I hate healing the dungeon ever again. It's not hard, just long. White. Yeah, everyone get your coolest white outfit. We're gonna show up dressed up for Mother, you know? She wears the white gown, so we gotta look like that. It will be contrasted against our enemy, the bird. It'll look really good, I promise. I don't know what she's gonna look like in the actual fight, because you know we're not gonna beat up on like a little girl, right? Like I'm sure that's not gonna happen. So. But yeah. I guess with that, we'll everyone go out there and get your glams. Get everything you need. Let's clear up the schedule. I need at least 7 of you. Ultima Thule song rating? Are you talking about this one particularly? I like this song. I wasn't a huge fan of like the ones when you're walking around, but this one's a good song. Bring your A game. We are doing it mine, so you know. I will try my best. I will ping you myself, Rune. Don't worry. I will ping you myself. But until then, soldiers, thank you for all the subs. A lot of subs today. If you just like Varen are looking for someone to house your 3 subs, right? You need a subscription haven, right? Like a tax evasion haven. But for like subs, you know, I'm your guy. Okay. Feel free to sub. Probably needs to rotate out depending on the numbers. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Is this the new Bard fit? All right. Last thing we do. Let me look at this. Don't forget to tweet you're beating Endwalker. I have derelicted my duties on Twitter. I won't lie to you. Wait, you picked green. I love green. I have that for this. Look. We're twinning. Where is it? Here you are. That's not the right one. I can't even apply the glamour plates here. I have this outfit, just a little different. I have the green one. You've seen it, I'm sure. Come heroes, ride heroes ride. All right, hold on. Let me take a good picture for the Endwalker tweet. How about that? This will be right on the Endwalker, so it'll be like, what if we go kill Medion? You know. Or maybe I should do it with my friends. Zoom out. Oh, come on. The stupid thing's in the way. Ah, it's so stupid. It's a nice picture. Let me snipping tool this real quick. Tomorrow we can do optional dungeon while you reflect on MSQ. Maybe we watch the full 50-minute credits. We could do that. Anyway, yeah, I will see you guys all tomorrow. Enjoy your movies if you're going out. Enjoy your barbecue, Volcra. You haven't said anything in 2 years. I hope you're okay. And I'm sorry, Mad Dog, for getting you here for the first time and then blue balling you. I'm sure that if I sit in Discord today after the stream, I will get an earful of very annoyed complaining from you. That's a good picture. Oh yeah, and thank you too, Osha. Nice to see you. I hope to see you, Osha. I hope to see you when we do the mine raids. Those are fun. The 8-mans. Those are gonna be awesome. All right, have a good one, everybody. Stop talking! Stop talking discussion. I don't want to read your comments. Rune, go watch Spider-Man.